furious because they want President Biden to drop out of this race and feel like they didn't get a chance to share their concerns. But this decision to step aside is only one that President Biden can make, and time is running out. With each passing day, this pressure will only get more intense.
Vice President Harris will appear in Milwaukee on Tuesday. The Milwaukee Common Council wants to know how the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025 document might affect Milwaukee in the event former President Donald Trump is elected to a second term as president in November. A Common Council file has been introduced, which would direct city staff to research those potential impacts. Crafted by the conservative think tank Heritage Foundation, some have called the nearly 900-page Project 2025 document a blueprint for a second Trump term in office, although the Trump campaign has distanced itself from it. The RNC in Milwaukee, not without a deadly incident. A homeless man wielding a knife in King Park shot and killed by police from Columbus, Ohio, who were in town to help with convention security. Alderman Bob Bauman says he believed this situation could have been avoided.
And this is what I was kind of talking about. Some of the activists were saying, well, we warned you having all these out-of-town police that this could happen. They were right about that. I think the out-of-town police factor was a significant contributor to that incident, because those out-of-town police officers were not familiar with the city. We're not familiar with our neighborhoods. We're not familiar with King Park. MPD is familiar with King Park. They know there's a homeless encampment there.
The man killed has been identified as Samuel Sharp, Jr., and today marks a somber anniversary in Aurora, Colorado. 12 people were killed inside a movie theater and 70 others wounded when a gunman walked in and fired off tear gas and started shooting. CBS's Colorado reporter Tori Mason says the site, now cleared, holds sculptures of birds taking wing.
83 cranes outside the municipal center represent the lives lost, the people injured, and the families who have been impacted. The 720 Memorial Foundation works to honor their lives by supporting other communities struck by tragedy.
In the end, you come up with a crane.
Tina Marie Coombs is with the Memorial Foundation. Paper cranes with words of encouragement are delivered to areas healing from violence.
We always put a letter in there saying we're willing to support you.
The shooter is serving 12 life sentences. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 9:03.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Nagging pain lasting for months, difficulty performing everyday tasks, not moving like you'd like, it's time to see the doctor. And I recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Anytime I've needed care, the appointments are timely, no waiting weeks to be seen, and no pressure to have surgery. It's about getting the right diagnosis and choosing a treatment plan that fits your life. No question where I turn if I'm injured again. The experts in care at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. It's orthowisconsin.com.
Rose Gray here from Fox World Travel. The largest vacation sale in the nation is happening right now. It's the Fox World Travel exclusive July sale with Apple Vacations. Select from top resorts at favorite destinations in Mexico and the Caribbean, paired with nonstop flights to get you there fast. Let Fox World Travel book your best price guarantee vacation and secure your reservation with just a deposit. You can also book your trip online. Visit foxworldtravel.com/July or call 866-GO-FOX-GO today.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey! Jeff and Roxanne here with Rhino Shield ceramic coating. Never paint your house again.
Rhino Shield will keep 100% of the rain and 90% of the heat from penetrating your house.
And it looks just like paint, but will last 5 times longer and is guaranteed for 25 years.
And it still comes in any color, as long as it's your wife's favorite.
You won't have to paint again for 25 years, guaranteed. Right now, get $1,500 off with 12 months same as cash financing. Visit RhinoShieldWIS.com. That's RhinoShieldWIS.com. Or call 262-327-6261. 262-327-6261.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Sports Desk. The Brew Crew coming back from a week-long break this weekend. They're in Minneapolis for the Minnesota Twins. First pitch today at 6:10, and WTMJ's coverage starting at 5. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons paving, time-saver traffic. A couple of areas that we're keeping an eye on here, just south of Oak Creek on 94 South beyond the ramp from 7 Mile Road. That right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle, and then closer to Kenosha, 94 North at the ramp from Highway 142. That right shoulder blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Not seeing any major slowdowns or complications near downtown Milwaukee.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox & Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox & Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
And your WTMJ 5-day forecast, a high of 82 today and partly cloudy, a low of 66 this evening. On Sunday, a high of 79 with some pop-up showers and storms in the evening. Monday, a high of 80 with a slight chance of showers and storms, and that's going to set the tone for the rest of the week. On Tuesday, a high of 82, still a slight chance of showers and storms. Wednesday, a high of 80. Might see some showers and storms once again. In Madison, you're getting temperatures like 67 degrees and cloudy. In Green Bay, 69 degrees, mostly sunny. In Waukesha, 65 degrees and cloudy. Right here in Milwaukee, 68 degrees and cloudy. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:07.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
We all might not be on vacation every single day, but Rose Gray seems to be on vacation all the time. In for her this week is Andrea Pratarelli. How are you?
I'm great, Dayton. How are you?
I'm great. Where is she now?
She is on a German river cruise with our good friend Steve Scafidi.
Any news from that yet?
He showed up. Yeah, he had some RNC duties that he had to do. So for the first 2 days, he was not with them. But like the good trooper he is, he took the 8-hour flight into Munich and then had to take a 2-hour bus ride to meet them. I think they were in Nuremberg, and jumped right on, did some excursions with them, did a beer tour with them that night, as you should when you're in Germany, and probably got a really good night's sleep that night. But no, it looks like there's a lot of posts and photos of beer mugs and all sorts of good stuff. The weather looks to be great. That Rose Gray has a 4-leaf clover in her pocket, I think, because everything that she's done so far this year, her weather has been absolutely awesome. So lots of good pictures. I'm sure she'll have all sorts of good info for us when she gets back.
So she's gone this week and next. Are you in next week? Or
no,
is Colleen
you guys get Colleen next week. Yeah, she's currently registering some Warbird airplanes up in Oshkosh right now.
Yeah.
She's big with AirVenture. So, but yeah, she'll be in next week.
Okay. So big news. The July sales going on right now.
This is the last week, yes, to get in, really get some great pricing, some exclusive sales that we have going on. Normally every year when we have this, my message usually is like best pricing, best pricing. Pricing's great, but to me this year, the most important is getting in and getting your spot secure for that warm weather winter getaway. For January, February, March travel, we are already seeing lots of dates that are already sold out or have really limited availability. Lots of hotels with only the highest room categories available left, which great, I'll stay in the presidential suite, but pricing is obviously going to be a lot higher. So the key this year, my message this year, is get in now to make sure that the dates you want are available, where you want to go, the space is available for you, and you're not paying astronomical prices. And the beautiful thing is we have the sale with Apple Vacations. They offer a couple different cancel for any reason insurance plans, and something we don't always talk a lot about because it doesn't happen all of that often, but can, is that price protection is built into that insurance. So even if you book now and the price goes down on the same exact package prior to departure, we can rebook that package for that lower price. So then you're guaranteed the space, you're guaranteed pricing. Now is the best time to do that. So this week is the last week of the sale. If you text in FWT to 855-866. I'm sorry.
Yep.
866 616-1620. Dayton's going to give that better to you in just a second. But if you text an FWT, then you will get a link to our landing page. All things about the website, on our website about the July sale. It's our exclusive sale that we have with Apple Vacations, biggest sale that they do with any agency in the nation. Great deals to be had to all of those nonstop charter destinations. So again, like the Dominican Republic, Mexico, there are several there. Jamaica, Cabo, we're also offering plenty of other destinations too. For travel, typically it's going to be like Christmas through Easter, but all the details will be on the website for you as well.
All right, 855-616-1620. That's the number you're texting FWT to. That's also the number you can text or call to talk to us about travel. It is the Fox World Travel Show, 855-616-1620.
At Kendor Marine, we have everything you need but the water. For over 50 years, boaters have found that to be true. Because when they've needed that old part they thought they'd never find, guess what? They found it here, along with everything else you need to keep your boat out there on the water. This is Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey boaters!
Well, if you have an old boat, new boat, or in between, then Kendor Marine is a great place for you to shop. Because not only do we have all the parts and accessories you need for almost any kind of boat, we also have the expert advice that just about any boater is one day gonna need. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Market volatility, global issues. We hear about inflation easing, but it's still a real issue. More than a few headwinds this year. That's probably why Americans like you feel uncertain about their financial future. Just 59% of affluent Americans felt secure last year, and that's down from the year before. Boomers, not much room for error. Gen X might need more than a 401k. And for millennial families with big dreams, it's time to get real about saving and investing. Talk to Annex Wealth Management. Build security with a partner on your side for unbiased advice. Our goal is a plan that prepares you to maintain your desired lifestyle throughout retirement. Investments are a start, but you may need more. That's why Annex delivers tax and estate planning. There's an Annex plan personalized for you. Annex Comprehensive Wealth fits most individuals and families, but if you've got high net worth with complex needs, Annex Private Client is your solution. Just starting out? Annex Ignite is a great choice. Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
One day, a 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission structure will be commonplace. But for now, it's not the case. So you can pay 6% for what we can do for about half that, or you can pay less for full service. For some, it's hard to believe, but for our customers, they know it to be true. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, and our agents understand the meaning of great customer service. And you'll see they're the cream of the crop. So don't pay more than you have to. Pay less for full service with Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com. The reviews are in, and folks seem to like how we do business. And what's more, they can't get over the level of service and real estate expertise they get for far less than what they'd pay an agent from a big-name company. At 3.5 to 3.9%, you'll save up to nearly 50% in commission by choosing a Benefit Realty full-service agent. Everything they do, we do, for up to 50% less. There's no catch. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. See our success stories at benefit-realty.com.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Going to be a beautiful day, 74 currently in Milwaukee. Going to see a high of 82 with partly cloudy skies. Get out on a lake if you can. Maybe take a hike or travel somewhere. We're talking to Andrea Pratarelli instead of Rose Gray this week because Rose is out on another trip. I know it's not something you guys control, but it is travel related. So I just want to get your opinion on CrowdStrike. Yesterday, we had a huge IT outage, affected not just travel, it affected a ton of different things. What were you guys hearing? What were you guys seeing at Fox World Travel?
Well, it did affect us at Fox as well.
It did.
Because we also use CrowdStrike. So it was, honestly, I'm so proud of my team and all of the teams that we have at Fox, but it if there's going to be an issue like this, like I'm so glad we have the teams that we do. Our tech teams jumped right into place, started getting kind of prioritized which teams needed to get up first. Not everybody was down. I was, but not everybody was.
So did you just get a vacation day?
I got a little bit of a vacation day, yeah. They helped our business teams, they helped our vacation teams, our M&I teams, other business teams were stepping in for, like our international team was stepping in for our domestic team when they weren't up. So like we were trying to reaccommodate. Again, so the airline issues are a little bit out of our control, but we can still be there to help and to look at reaccommodations and to get you, where you need to be. Our VP, my boss, was traveling back from Vermont yesterday for a work trip, so we were helping her out. And we really just sprang into action and did our best to help our customers that were affected by this. And I think we did a really phenomenal job. And unfortunately, things like this can happen. And that's why you want a travel expert in your corner to be able to be your advocate and to give you those real-time, up-to-date updates and give you additional options that will help you get home. So that was a big perk for us to have our team in place.
Awesome. Handled like a true professional.
We did as best as we could.
855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. You can call us or text us with questions, which we'll get to in a second. But that's also the number. If you text FWT, you get the link to the exclusive July sale that's going on through the end of this week. End of this week meaning Friday?
End of the week meaning Friday, yes.
Okay.
We have to have things booked and deposited on by the end of the day on Friday. So now is the best time to reach out to one of our advisors. 866-GO-FOX-GO is the number. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Or at any time, you can go on our website, foxworldtravel.com. There is an orange Let's Connect button in the bottom right-hand corner. You can submit an online inquiry. Let us know where you're interested in going, when you're going, and we can connect you with the right person for your destination to get some options over too early this week so you can have some time to really look through those. And another thing that I wanted to point out, we don't use this a ton outside of the July sale with Apple Vacations, but also on our website. If you click on the Apple Vacations icon, it is our affiliate link with them. You can go online over the weekend before we open on Monday and do some browsing on your own. If you're a little bit more of a do-it-yourselfer, you can go and kind of start looking through those. All of our deals are on that link that if you click on from our website as well. So foxworldtravel.com, find the Apple Vacations link under the vacation travel page. Even if you decide that you want to book, you don't want to wait for us to open on Monday, we will still manage that reservation for you. So we will reach out, we will be in your corner and again, be your advocate and kind of manage that reservation for you through the time of your return. So that's really helpful too for some of you do-it-yourselfers. The biggest sale of the year and the biggest sale in the country. It is, yes. This is our 30th year doing this with Apple. We're really proud of that. It is the biggest, most exclusive sale that Apple does with any agency in the U.S. So that's something we're really, really excited about too. And we work so well with Apple. They're in the backyard. They're in Brown Deer. That's where their headquarters is. And to have those nonstop flights out of Milwaukee and Chicago is really easy and convenient for most of our travelers.
Yeah, and we're already looking at 2025 because we're into July, so we're in the second half of the year.
Yep.
It's time to start booking if you haven't already.
And I know it's a little early for some people, but again, that's why my message today is get in now, book early. You'll be guaranteed that price, and that space to me is the most important at this point, that you don't have to give up days or give up a destination because it's not available. Let's get you booked for where you want to go this year. 855-616-1620. Let's get to some text here. It says, thinking of going to St. Lucia for our 15th anniversary in November. Thoughts on this destination? I do have thoughts. I'm going to go rogue here for a second, though, Dayton. I'm going to kick it over to somebody that I brought with me today.
Who's this guy sitting in the studio?
This is Elliot. He used to work at Fox, actually, but now he gets to, I scooped him up for myself before he left Fox, and now he gets to have the benefits of traveling on the vacation side. He worked in tech, so that was the unsexy side of travel, but now he gets to be on the sexy side. He went to St. Lucia with me a couple months ago, so I'm going to ask him for his unbiased opinion on St. Lucia first.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for throwing me, live
this
to the
was
wolves.
not planned.
Right. St. Lucia is amazing. It's just one of those places where the water is that blue that you just love to put your feet in and stay there forever, really. Mountains. Our resort, we were looking directly at the huge mountain on the island.
Super mountainous and lush there, yeah. And the pitons is what everybody kind of wants to see. We were on the other side of the Pitons, we stayed at Zoetree, which was a little weird for us because it didn't have a beach right there. It's built on a marina.
Oh.
But was super cool if you're boat people is they had multi-million-dollar mega yachts that parked there. What was that one, like $400 million? We were Googling all sorts of things when we were there. But they have a little pontoon that takes you across the water and you can stay at the beach there. But ride was a little bumpy.
It's very hilly and very Mario Andretti race car type driving that happens there. They are very
rules
fast
kind of thrown
and,
to the wind.
Yeah, they don't have speed limits on the island.
Yeah. So to get around, I'm very prone to motion sickness. He's not so bad, but Dramamine and anything is going to be your best friend. You even kind of felt a little at the end. So it's not super easy to drive around there, but we did an ATV tour while we were there up in the mountains, which was so cool. The pictures we have are just phenomenal. I would recommend it. Every person that came across us, they're like, "Oh, are you here celebrating your honeymoon or an anniversary?" Because it is very popular for couples and people who are celebrating milestone anything. We just went for funsies.
Yeah.
But I love St. Lucia. I recommend St. Lucia. I know you've been telling people about St. Lucia.
10 out of 10 would go back again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's awesome.
There you go.
I love it.
Thumbs up from both of them. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ Talking Text line. We'll get to more of your questions when we come back. We'd also love to hear your voice. Give us a call. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
I'm Randy from All Right Home and Remodeling. Did you know that ROI on exterior home improvements are some of the highest? Some sources say new vinyl siding nets 76% ROI and stone veneer is over 100%. Chances are you've seen your property value increase pretty significantly in the past few years. Want to increase it even more and improve curb appeal? Beautify your home's exterior. There's some great tax breaks to take advantage of too. Call us today to set up a free consultation or visit ALLRITE-remodeling.com.
This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, and I want to talk about exactly what we do. When you come here, you're going to get 2 shots with 2 very small needles. One will be a medication called Toradol, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, completely different from a standard steroid or cortisone injection. This medication is safe and a great pain reliever. The other will be hyaluronic acid, which is a naturally occurring fluid found in all of our joints. What hyaluronic acid does is it helps recoat the inside surfaces to provide cushioning and lubrication. It helps slow down the osteoarthritis process to a point where patients may not need surgery. All of this combined with using our state-of-the-art Ultra G machine developed by NASA has produced profound results. What we do works. And the best part about this is that insurance covers most of our patients' treatments. Go to Rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
It's almost time for the world's greatest aviation celebration. John Mercure here. Don't miss out on EAA AirVenture Oshkosh, July 22nd through the 28th. It's daily air shows, thrilling aerobatics, 2-night air shows with dazzling fireworks, drones, and more. Unique aircraft will be on display all week long. Check out hands-on experiences for the kids and so much more for the whole family to explore. Join EAA for a week of unforgettable moments and immerse yourself in the world of flight. Don't wait. Visit EAA.org/tickets for more information or to purchase your tickets today. It's EAA.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Andrea Pretorelli in for Rose Gray, and we are taking your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. This one says, visiting Utah and the 5 national parks in August. How much time do we need at each park, and what weather should we expect? Thank you, and great listening each week.
Really, that one's going to depend on what it is you want to do. If you're really big hikers, you may want to spend more time in one versus the other. But in general, I would say at least 1 full day in each park with maybe 2 to 3 planned for the larger and more popular ones like Yellowstone and Glacier. If you're not huge hikers, like for Zion, Arches, you could probably do a day. Most of the hikes you can do probably in like 4 to 6 hours. So if that's going to be your hike for the day, 1 is probably plenty. But again, Yellowstone, Glacier, I would probably say at least 2 to 3.
Yellowstone was awesome. Zion is my next one. It looks, everybody that goes there, their photos just look amazing.
It's awesome. I'm not a hiker, but I could be talked into getting into shape to go hiking at some of those national parks because they're very cool.
855-616-1620. Just want to post that I came back from Rio Las Americanas Cancun Hotel Zone. Excellent place, very clean. So thank you for that. We always love to hear reviews of places from people that have been out. This one says, hello, we're going to Cosmos Tour in October to South America. Amazon, Rio, how do you say it? Iguazu?
Yeah.
Iguazu Falls, Buenos Aires, Lima, Machu Picchu. There's a lot of Galapagos.
Holy cow, they're going everywhere.
Cosmos is not recommending any vaccinations. Your thoughts on this?
I would very much trust whatever Cosmos is telling you. For those listeners, Cosmos is a sister brand of Globus. I know we talk about the Globus family of brands, Avalon Waterways. They're the ones that do the river cruises. Cosmos is great. It's a little less structured than the Globus ones are, which I know some people like that. But yeah, whatever they're going off of, I would say I trust. The other thing that you can do and that I would do regardless is go to travel.state.gov. I know we talk about that website constantly on this show, but travel.state.gov. That is the U.S. Department of State's website. On there is a banner on the top that says international travel. If you click on that, you can put in all of your destinations individually. And then you can learn and read about your destination. So they have travel advisories on there, any embassy alerts, and then quick facts. Like I just happened to put in Brazil as an example. They'll talk about passport validity, if you need any sort of visa, currency restrictions, and then they do talk about vaccination. So like this one specifically, when I put in Brazil, said none, but check out the health section for maybe some potentially recommended ones. So you can go into each individual just to verify, but Cosmos really has their stuff in order. Like I really do believe that if they're telling you none required, that's fine. You can also call your doctor and see if they have any that they would recommend. But travel.state.gov is going to be your best friend just to double check.
WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. It is Fox World Travel Show. Another text here says, Rose previously recommended e-bags for luggage and packing cubes. E-bags just went out of business. Is there another brand that you might be able to recommend?
Okay, so this is funny. I was just talking to a couple of our executives at Fox, and I was saying how Rose, for years, talked me into trying to get packing cubes.
Yeah.
E-bags essentially are packing cubes. And I was like, I don't see the point. That's ridiculous. And then she gave them to us for Christmas last year.
You have no choice.
I have no choice. You have to use them. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I used them, and they are kind of game changing. Like it's you don't think they're going to really do anything for you, but they're different sizes, and they primarily all fit right snugly into your suitcase. So you just have these 4 or 6, depending on the size that you get, bags that are packed up, and you can put all your pants and shorts in one and all of your tops in another and undergarments or swimsuits in another one. And it just keeps everything kind of nice and snug and super convenient. So I'm a huge fan of, I'm on the packing cubes train now. I wasn't, and now I am. Honestly, the eBags brand is really great, but you can get them anywhere. If you go to Amazon and just put in packing cubes, there are a ton that are on there, and no matter the brand, they're all going to do the same thing for you. And they come in packs of 4 to, I've seen as much as 10. Sometimes they include shoe bags. Sometimes they include those compact hangers like that. You can put like toiletries and things in. But truly, any of the brands, I would recommend just go on Amazon. A quick search will give you lots of results.
When they show up, do they have directions on how to pack them?
I've seen some that did, yeah. And like the ones that we got have a little like picture on the side of it. So like, and you can pack however you want, but like the bigger ones show like pants and shorts, and the medium sized one shows the tops. So it's easy for us to figure out. But again, yeah, you would not think something as simple as these packing cubes would be anything special, but they are so convenient, and they make your suitcase so organized. And especially if you're moving to different cities or countries, if you're traveling around, it's to pack those back in there and just know exactly where your stuff is. It's really, really, really convenient. I cannot say enough good things about packing cubes.
Rose knew, after all those years of travel, she knew what was good?
She did.
What? Okay.
Shocking.
All right, the WTMJ Talk and Text line is 855-616-1620. That's where you text FWT to get the link to the exclusive July sale, which ends this Friday. So if you're looking to book travel for 2025, do it this week. Do yourself a favor. Get in early, save some money. FWT to 855-616-1620. 601-620. It is a Fox World Travel Show. We go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jack Grau. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. Milwaukee police investigating a homicide that happened early Friday morning. Officers are looking for a suspect who fatally assaulted a 44-year-old man with a piece of wood. The incident occurred in an alley near 7th and Orchard in the Walker Square neighborhood shortly before 6 a.m. Nobody is in custody. The Milwaukee Public School Board of School Directors has offered the position of interim superintendent to Eduardo Galvin. The offer follows a lengthy process to find a replacement for the superintendent role following the resignation of Dr. Keith Posley. Galvin has been the acting superintendent of the district since Posley stepped down in June. Board President Marv Herndon says the board intends to engage a firm to lead a more robust national search for a permanent superintendent. And Vice President Kamala Harris will visit Milwaukee Tuesday for a campaign event. A location and time for Harris's arrival has not yet been determined. This will be her 5th visit to Wisconsin this year. Sorry about that. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving. Time saver traffic. Nothing major across the Milwaukee traffic system. No major slowdowns or complications. Wherever you're driving to should be a smooth ride getting there.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The successful Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive, professional servers, bartenders, and pizza cooks. You'll make real cash. Inquire today and start next week. MineshaftRestaurant.com.
There's the weather sounder, your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A high of 82 today and partly cloudy and a low of 66 this evening with more clouds. Sunday, a high of 79 with some showers popping up in the afternoon and evening, mainly inland. Monday, a high of 80 with a slight chance of showers and storms. That's going to be pretty consistent throughout this upcoming week. Tuesday, a high of 82 and partly cloudy with a chance of showers. Wednesday, a high of 80, still that chance of showers. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
I-94 eastbound. A semi just came to a screeching stop in the center lane. I think he's broken down right there.
Call me, Debbie Loziga, at the Hall Volkswagen Traffic Tip Line at 414-238-9329.
On southbound I-94, right around Drexel Avenue, there's a wreck in the left lane, and the left lane is blocked.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it? Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
It's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there. Then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Good morning, Andrea in for Rose Gray. Today, my name is Dayton. Thank you for joining us. So, the Olympics start in France on Friday. Did Fox World travel? I know Wisconsin travels well, but was that a big destination for the state? Did a lot of people book to go there through you guys?
Whenever the Olympics take place, we get a lot of inquiries about it. But when people do a little it's a little bit of the price, but it's also, it's not the same thing. Like if you wanted to go to Paris because the Olympics were happening there and like see Paris, it's not the same Paris. I mean, it is for the last 2 years. They've had cleanup efforts and they're making, makeshift buildings for Olympic Village for them to stay in. And it's a very in roadblocks and things are shut down. It's like when they have perimeters for the RNC,
Right.
So it's not the same. So when people find that out and they realize how it's difficult is kind of an exaggeration, but it's just not as easy to get to and get around like it would be if the Olympics weren't happening. So I think once people do a little bit more research after they inquire, they're not as likely to book. But it's
sense.
still definitely it's a hot topic, and people definitely inquire about it whenever they're taking place.
Okay. 855-616-1620. This text says, renewed our passports online using the beta testing and received them in 11 days. Is that real?
I think I know who this person is that texted in, because Rose texted me the other day and said, good friends of ours, Rod and Jenny, they did this. We encouraged them to do this. And they did it on, once again, travel.state.gov. Going to throw that website out there again. You can now, if you're renewing, so not getting a new one, no lost, stolen, new picture, changing names. If you're if you're a minor, you can't do it. But if you are just renewing, you can do it online now. You don't have to go in. You don't have to, find a passport agency or a post office. And for them it worked out. They applied on July 7th and got them on Friday, which would be 11 days. So that is real. So for those of you that have passports that are due to expire, they cannot be expired already. You have to catch them before they do expire. But this obviously it's a testament that it's working and working well. So I love that. Thank you for texting in and letting us know. More people, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
855-616-1620. Packing cubes. We just got compression cubes. They're cool. We're using them for the first time for a cruise, and so far they're great. The compression is just an extra zipper, like on a suitcase, where you can expand it for the extra room. These do the opposite and compress down. Lisa and Wayne.
Sure. Yeah. No, I've heard good things about those as well. Either anything that's going to keep you organized and keep your stuff together and not, just throwing stuff in suitcases. And for cruises, they're great because likely you're not getting off and having to unpack and repack. So you can compress them down, put them in the suitcase, get there, unpack, put your stuff away, and then do the same thing at the end of the cruise. One and done.
We did this last time we went because we had our granddaughter traveling with us, and there was just a lot of stuff for her that we normally didn't have, right? It's us, it's our daughter and her husband and her, and we ended up with some of her stuff in our bags because they didn't have it. Anyway, be careful when you do that, because you can get real heavy really quick.
Yeah.
When you're compressing things down, you're fitting more in there, and then you weigh your bag and it's 70 pounds. You're like, oh, now I'm paying an extra $40 to ship this bag over. So
now I've already given Amazon a shout out. They should pay me for this. But another thing, if you're going to be going on Amazon and looking at packing cubes, getting like a digital luggage scale is really helpful. I used to do the thing where I would get on a scale and weigh myself and then hold my suitcase and do the math. That's not always super accurate. So for like $9, you can get one of those cool digital luggage scales that you hook it on, you hold it up just to make sure, because you don't want to be that person standing in line at the gate, checking in, holding 50 other people up because you're having to take shoes out because you're overweight. And the airlines are charging an insane amount of money. Like it's like over $100 on top of the bag fees they're already charging for if you're over the 40 or 50 pound allotment. So and lots of airlines, Frontier, Spirit, they're now at 40 pounds instead of 50 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. You just got to be careful. Double check before you get to the airport.
All right. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. You can call us or text us there. And if you text FWT, I would suggest capitalizing those, because when you don't, your phone will probably autocorrect to get. And that does not get you the link sent back to you for the exclusive July sale. We're seeing a couple of those come through. So FWT, all in capital, to 855-616-1620. You'll get the link to that exclusive sale, which ends this Friday. The Olympics start this coming Friday. The sale ends
Get
this
one
coming
over
Friday.
and start something else.
Yes. So, all right. So travel's going on. People are... one question I forgot to ask when we were talking about the kind of IT snafu that happened yesterday. Somebody said it was one of the busiest travel days of the year. Why would that have been? Random Saturday in July?
As well. Yeah, I heard that as well. And I saw pictures. And I saw TikToks and people who were posting being stuck in LAX or LaGuardia, and the lines were insane, absolutely insane. And I was like, what is happening this Friday? I'm not sure. I don't know. It was a lot of domestic travel that was taking place that was really, really disrupted.
I was surprised when they said that. I'm like, it's the middle of July. What would be causing that? So interesting. Let's see. What else have we not touched on? We announced a couple new trips last week. Spring break. There was some new spring break editions for next year.
Yes.
Are those full already?
Yeah, they're getting there. But yeah, if you're open to destination or maybe open to hotel, again, we've talked about this a lot in the past, that most of the local area school districts are going to have spring break the same exact week because Easter is so late this year. Everybody's having spring break that last full week of March. So we went in and proactively held space on the nonstop flights. We have some out of Milwaukee, some out of Chicago, O'Hare, and one out of Minneapolis to several different locations. And we've picked really good family-friendly properties that, in my opinion, are pretty budget friendly as well, without taking, you staying at a 2-star hotel. These are very nice properties, just to be proactive and to make sure that there was something out there available for you. We've kind of done the hard work. We've put those packages together. And I want to emphasize too, just because I said we're holding group space does not mean you have to be part of a group. It doesn't mean you have to mingle with the people that are also booking into this. You probably won't even know who else is on this trip. This is just that we have space available on these specific dates at this specific hotel. These are all-inclusive hotels throughout Mexico and Caribbean. And some of our favorites, there's a lot of reuse in there, which we use a lot. I know we had that texter that said that they stayed at Riu Palace Las Americas, which is great. So that space is still available. And we do also have all sorts of cool space for 2025 on those Fox Group vacations. I know Rose talks a lot about the perks of those. She's on one right now. The one she did in Alaska was one as well. The Galapagos trip we're about ready to have to give back unsold space. We had that show in Mequon 2 weeks ago, which was so cool. And I think we may have a couple more things in the pipeline happening at SIP MKE, which is in Mequon. So likely either next week or the week after, Rose will have some more information to share about that as well. But you can always stay up to date. Again, foxworldtravel.com under the vacation travel and then group travel tab. There's all sorts of, it's everything from a Utah National Park trip to Galapagos and kind of everything in between. So if there's something that is on your bucket list, you feel really good about traveling with an escorted group, these are really, really great options for you as well.
All right. We do need to take a break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Advent. I had some snoring issues that kept my wife up at night. That led to poor sleep and a lot of tired mornings on the radio, and nobody wants that, trust me. But it's simply my nose wasn't working the way it should. I decided to go to Advent for a quick 30-minute visit, one of their great facilities, talk to a bunch of their doctors. They really put me at ease. After a really simple sleep study at home, in my own bed, they determined the root cause of my problem had to do with my sinuses and nasal passages in my breathing triangle. I didn't even know I had a breathing triangle, so I went to see Advent. After a short procedure done in office, I'm back to breathing well, and my wife and I are both back to sleeping through the whole night. The best sleep we've ever had, that could be you. If you struggle with restless nights like I did, take the time to see how Advent can help. To find out how breathing well and sleeping well can make your life and your nights a whole lot better, go to AdventKnows.com, schedule an appointment today. Because Advent knows, when you breathe well, you live better.
Save big money on everything you need when you shop at Menards. Menards is your destination for pet food and supplies. Stock up on Greenie's Dental Dog Treats. They have a unique texture to fight plaque and tartar and are vet recommended. Save big today on Greenie's Dental Dog Treats at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Elmbrook Family Dental. I wanted to tell you the news. They not only have 2 beautiful locations in Brookfield I just went to, there's a 3rd dental office under construction right now, opening soon in Wauwatosa. Go to elmbrookfamilydental.com. Their new Wauwatosa dental office is being built right now near Research Park, and it's set to open August 1st. Go to elmbrookfamilydental.com. You don't have to wait months to get in. It's a one-stop shop for the entire family. That's elmbrookfamilydental.com. AnnexWealth.com.
Annex Wealth Management. Investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Forget commission sales pitches and financial products you don't need. Know the difference. Annex provides elite, comprehensive financial planning customized to who you are and what you need. AnnexWealth.com. Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
Is your lawn more yellow than green already this spring? Vince Vitrano for Great Lakes Landscape, Southeast Wisconsin's premier lawn, landscape, and snow management company. Time is now to sign up for a season-long fertilizer and weed treatment program that'll have your lawn looking tip-top in no time. Fresh mulch for the flower beds, or a full landscape maintenance package, that's available too. This is the go-to team for patios and new construction landscape as well. Tell them you want your lawn looking as good as mine. Great Lakes Landscape. That's GreatLakesLandscapeWI.com.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Good morning. Partly cloudy, a high of 82 today. Already 74 and sunny in Milwaukee. Dayton Kane, Andrea Pratarelli here talking about travel. We did have one more text that came in kind of saying why it was busy. We knew Milwaukee was busy because the RNC was leaving and everybody was leaving yesterday.
Right.
So that's why the Milwaukee airport, but this was a nationwide story that I saw that said the busiest travel, like one of the busiest travel days of the year, which again, I was kind of baffled, like, huh.
I was just saying, like, my boss was coming back from Vermont. It was a pretty rinky-dink airport in Vermont, and she was even saying the lines were crazy. So, again,
So were people hanging around through 4th of July week?
Maybe.
And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, now we have to get our summer vacation in?
Maybe.
Anyway. WTMJ talking text line 855-616-1620. Let's talk about the group vacation page because there's so many different vacations you have this year compared to I've been doing this with you guys for about 3.5 years now, and it just seems more exotic or more different than this year.
Yeah, the exotics I'm really excited about because they're destinations that we typically don't do every year just because they are a little bit harder to get to or the price point might be a little higher, but very, very, very cool. So some of the exotics, we have Costa Rica, we have New Zealand and Australia. Rose did that one last year and just had such phenomenal things to say. Galapagos, I know we've been talking a lot about that one, but it's so cool. It's just a very unique, different experience. I know you're on a ship with celebrity, but the ship itself is something. They have all these really cool conservative efforts that they're making to be like have their eco footprint be really minor, and these cabins are just absolutely gorgeous. So that one's cool. Morocco with Rose. Yeah. She's been jonesing to do that one for a couple years as well. Peru, Turkey. Oh my gosh. We had the manager of our Oshkosh office was in Turkey a couple months ago, and she's been a lot of places, and she said that one was kind of one of those like life-changing ones for her. She said it wasn't high on her bucket list. She had an opportunity to go on a familiarization trip that we had, and now she's like obsessed with Turkey and all things. They got to stay in this cool hotel that was built into like the side of a mountain, and it's phenomenal. Kenya with Rose, Egypt again we've had the last couple years, so just the exotics are very cool. But one that I want to point out, Rose may have talked about this last week, but we do have some U.S.-based ones as well. So if you feel more comfortable about staying domestic, Hawaii, there's 2 Hawaiis that are on there. And we also have Utah, which we haven't done before, which I'm really excited about. So it's Utah and Treasures of the Southwest, June 21st to June 30th. So it's 9 days. You're hitting Las Vegas, you're hitting Grand Junction, Moab, Bryce Canyon, so some of those national parks that we were talking about before. You get to see a lot of those and stay at some really cool hotels, watch the sunrise in Zion, which not everybody gets to do because sometimes you get there later in the day and you miss that, but that is not something to miss if you can help it. So that one's on there as well. So I just wanted to point that out too. We're doing things a little differently this year than we have in the past and going to some different destinations. And again, sometimes that word group can throw people off a little bit. You don't want to feel like you're stuck to them, but all of these are set up in a way that there is downtime and time for you can either relax, hang out at the hotel, or do some additional tours or excursions outside of maybe, with the entire group. So it's a really cool way to travel, to get a lot of some of these Europe ones. You get a lot of destinations in one trip, which is kind of cool. You're getting the highlights of a lot of these big cities. We have river cruises on there. We have, again, Switzerland, Poland. Diane from our Brookfield office, who is 100% Polish and speaks fluent Polish, she's taking that one out. So yeah, there's really, really cool opportunities in there. So definitely take a look. foxworldtravel.com. Under vacation travel, click on group travel, and you'll be able to kind of just peruse at your leisure and see if there's something that kind of piques your interest. And we're always here to answer questions and help if there's something you want.
We have to take one final break. One segment left of the Fox World Travel Show coming up next on WTMJ.
Your daily appointment for all things Brewers. From every angle, this is Brewers 360.
Look, this does not put the ball in the hands of Giannis at the end of a game. In baseball, it's got to be up and down the lineup.
Every day at 7:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
This is the show right now, and the competition's pretty stiff.
Sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Holiday Automotive.
I love where your head is right there, so we can definitely come up with some fun ideas for sure.
Oh, be careful, man. Now, you just
you opened
up Pandora's box here.
For your next exterior remodeling project, we know you're not asking a lot from us. You want the right products for your situation, you want a few different financing options that can make your project affordable, and you want us to do a good job with minimal disruption to your life. And this one's important. You want a warranty that matters. And we know that checking every box makes all the difference. You might be surprised at how many moving parts go into it, but we have just the right people in all the right places to pull that off every day and make it look easy. The company we have took us 21 years to build. It's an awesome place to work because we never stop improving it. And we think we can do this work so well that we can actually change the reputation of exterior remodelers long term. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Ask about our finance options.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
You're not going to want to miss this. Diamonds Direct summer sale starts next weekend. For 3 days only, next Friday through Sunday, get 20% off. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off. And designers are flying in from New York and LA to showcase their latest trends. That's 20% off, plus $100 off with an appointment and designer trunk shows. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. 20% off starts next Friday. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Dayton and Andrea here with you this morning. Thank you for joining us. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. If you text FWT, like Fox World Travel, FWT to that link you'll get, or to that number, you'll get the link to the exclusive July sale that ends this coming Friday. So if you're looking to travel in 2025, this is the week to book it. Biggest sale in the country going on right now. And
get in now. That's the key.
It is the time to get it done. No more procrastination. All right, let's go to another text here. Going to Italy October 17th. It's too late to get global entry. Would we be able to still get TSA pre-check? And do you have to interview for that?
So for travel in October, it's likely that you still would be able to get TSA pre-check, yes. I know I usually say travel.state.gov. I'm going to give you another website, though. It's tsa.gov. That one's a lot simpler, tsa.gov. There's where you have to apply. There is an application process to get TSA pre-check, and then you do have to schedule an in-person interview as well. Those ones are far less invasive. That's not the right word. Than what the global entry ones are. These ones only take about 10 minutes, and they collect your biometric data, so like your fingerprints. They take a photo, they verify your documents, like you have to show your passport. They'll collect the payment there for it as well. And then they might ask you some questions, which could potentially also include like criminal history if there is any there. So it's pretty quick to get TSA PreCheck. Those appointments are not scheduling out nearly as far as the global entry ones are. So TSA PreCheck is a great thing to have in the meantime. If you can hold off, if you get global entry, it does automatically include TSA PreCheck.
Right.
So that is obviously the route that I would go. It is a little bit more expensive, but then you're getting both in one. But so yeah, if you can hold off one more trip and maybe make the global entry work. I was just telling you guys off air that I started applying for global entry. I should have it, but I travel with friends and family that don't, and I don't want to be the person that goes, "See you guys on the other side" when I go through. But I did. I started the application process the other day. And where I got held up, which might not happen for everybody, but it said, list all of the countries that you've been to in the last 10 years. And for me, that is a lot because I travel a lot. For some people, it may not be a lot, but I was like, oh, shoot, I got to go back into, my emails and my memory bank here. And that's kind of where I left it. But yeah, it's great to have. It's super quick. It's super convenient if you do have it and you get to bypass the lines. I know when I was on with Rose several weeks ago, we did talk about if you don't have either of these and your biggest thing is that you want to avoid the immigration and customs line when you get back home, to do the mobile passport control app, the MPC app. That is when you land, as soon as you land back in your home country, you quick fill out the form. It's like doing an online customs form. And then you get to bypass the whole entire line and go to a special line just for mobile passport control. I think we waited maybe 4 people deep when it was 140 people deep in the other line. So that's a quick way to get through as well without having global entry, if you can't make global entry work this time around.
Sure. If you're just tuning in, you can always go back and listen to the show on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. It gets posted as well at foxworldtravel.com by about Tuesday, so you can go there. But for those who are just joining us, tell us again about the beta thing that's going on with the passport renewal right now.
Yeah, so if you are eligible to renew, and if you go to the website, it'll tell you if you're eligible. There's a couple questions that you have in there, but if you're eligible to renew a passport, not get a new one, you're not a minor, not changing names, you can go to travel.state.gov, which has all sorts of great passport information. Right at the top, it says U.S. passports. You can click on that and you can actually do a renewal process all online without having to go to a post office or a clerk of courts or a passport agency and do the renewal. And friends of ours, thanks you for texting in, Jenny, but they got theirs back within 11 days, which is unheard of.
When you say back, because you used to have to send your passport off and then it would come back and then you'd get your new one.
Right.
If this one's online, do you have to send your passport
That's a great question. Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll give you the answer because you can't have 2 passports in hand, obviously.
Right. So that's
so maybe there is a process too where you have to prove that you did that. But yeah, they applied July 7th and they got theirs back Friday.
Nice.
which is 11 days. So normal passport turnaround time, I think online they're saying 12 weeks. We've been seeing people get theirs back within like 6 for normal passport turnaround time. And if you expedite, that is about 2 weeks. You have to pay extra for that. But yeah, to avoid a trip to the clerk of courts or the post office, if you can do the renewal, I say do it. Let's try it.
All right. So this is the last time we can tell you before the show next week. FWT to 855-616-1620 gets you the link to the exclusive July sale for Fox World Travel, the biggest sale that Apple Vacations does with any travel agency. It ends Friday, so we can't tell you this again. So now is the time to get it done. Book your travel for 2025. Take advantage of the deals that are going on right now. Andrea, great show. Always good to have you in.
Thank you.
Colleen's coming in next week.
We'll see Colleen next week. Yep.
We'll do it again next week at 9 o'clock. The Fox World Travel on WTMJ. Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management in next.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport.